I'm Brandon Edwards. I was born October 20th, 1999, to Travis and Melissa Edwards. Both of my parents were involved with music when they were in high school, and my sister Haley is currently in the choir at her middle school and planning to go into music theater one day. My first encounter with music occurred when I was around 3 years old because of my grandma, who got me really into the Star Wars movies, and because of that I was able to remember and sing themes such as this, or this. And this was my first encounter with any sort of music. By the time I had gotten into 6th grade, I knew that I wanted to play saxophone in the band because both my dad and my grandfather had played saxophone, and they both played tenor, so at the end of 6th grade I switched to tenor and only played tenor until I got here to Texas Tech, where I had to start learning a bit of alto. My first time being the educator on the side of music education was when I was in 8th grade, and I taught the beginning band students in the 6th grade saxophone class. At this time I didn't even know a music education major was a thing, and I had actually ended up getting the Director's Award that year for doing this. When I got to high school, I decided that I would play in the marching band rather than try and join the football team, and I'm really thankful for that decision every day. I got into jazz band my freshman year, and little did I know at that time that that was going to be what my life completely revolved around. At the time I thought I was going to be an agriculture major. I got to my sophomore year and was moved to lead tenor, and that's when I started to take it a bit more seriously and started to consider a music major for my future. By the time I was done with that year, I knew I wanted to be a music major. I got to my junior year, and I had made Region Jazz Band for the first time. I also took on my first student. His name was Simon Pavlik, and this really made me realize how much I enjoy educating, and made me decide, okay, well maybe I want to do an education degree, because I originally had planned on doing a performance degree somehow. I studied and looked up multiple schools and their programs, and just wanted to find something that had a really good jazz program. So obviously what popped up was the North Texas 1 O'Clock Lab Band. So by the end of my junior year, I had decided that I wanted to go to the University of North Texas. The summer after my junior year, I attended the University of North Texas Jazz Camp, where I met Professor Stephen Jones, and he was my theory teacher at this camp, and because of his teaching, I had decided that I wanted to go to Texas Tech University. My senior year of high school, I revolved everything around music. Starting out, I took on another student. His name was Josh Zeller. I made Region Jazz Band for the second year, and I also made All-State that year, where I got to work with Colonel Fedig from the Marine Band. I also got to meet James Barger in sectionals. And a couple weeks after that, I auditioned for David Dees for the Texas Tech University Saxophone Studio, and made the studio for the 2018 fall semester. When it comes to my future in music education, there is a long list of things that I would like to do. First, I would like to go to the University of North Texas to get my master's and doctorate degrees. After finishing there, I would like to move to Japan to teach for a few years. Reason being is because I love Japanese culture, and I always have, and they also have a lot of good things going on there whenever it comes to young musicians, especially in the world of jazz. After that, I would like to come back to the United States and become a studio jazz professor at any university that's willing to hire me. And after that, or along with that, when it comes to the performing side of things, I've always had interest in possibly becoming an LA studio musician, and with that I would also like to tour the world if I get the opportunity. Jazz is a dying art, and it has been for a while, but I would like to help that change. I hope through my performance and through my students, I can bring it back and it can continue to live on through them. To wrap things up, this has been an overview on my past, present, and future with music education. Music is something that I have a great passion for, and something that drives me, and something that really helps me to enjoy life even when things are really tough. And I would like to spread my knowledge and my passion for music to anyone that I can, in any way I can, in my future.